Welcome back, everyone. It's time for Cloud9 to play their second game, 1-0 on the day. They were close against FaZe. They had a bit of a struggle to try and get momentum in the second half, but did finally close that out. 16-14, another go against NRG, who's the European team that plays in North America, and they're 0-1 on the day.
Not a great showing to kick things off from NRG. They got stomped by Dignitas. To be fair, that's not like it's a difficult to believe storyline, to be fair. Dignitas is the second best team in the world right now. NRG certainly not close to that sort of realm, but I'm hoping they give a bit of showing here. Obviously going to be a little bit more well versed against teams like Cloud9. They played them quite a lot in all the online leagues. They played this map actually about a month ago, and Cloud9 did beat them 16-5. It's online though, difficult to take that much away from it, but still wouldn't be surprised that kind of scoreline comes in.
Yeah, it's believable. You say it's online, it doesn't matter. Oh, write it off. Well, the same thing can apply when you go to LAN, and NRG is far less experienced than Cloud9 is. In fact, you could argue that both ways. So there is some sort of middle ground in that reading. 16-5, it highly depends on pistols. It might not be that low, but I could see this being single digits.
Yeah, I would tend to agree. Let's have a look at the NRG team. We haven't casted them since Counterpit, I don't think. They've been to a...
And it's been very different rosters since then. Obviously, they don't have Justin, they don't have Silent.
And that's when they did have Tabson, though. He was actually murking for them at the time.
Yep.
So he was actually their star player at that event. I'm actually quite a big fan of his. I think he's a very skilled player overall. Probably the strongest within the team. You've also got Godby as well. I guess you can call him legendary at this point in terms of like what he did in terms of for Mel Sports back in the day. He was like famed as being one of the best in-game leaders, very good tactically. Haven't really seen that much for him in terms of this team and what they've accomplished since he joined. Yeah, it must be about a year now since he went over there, maybe a little bit less, I'm not sure. But about in that region. PTR, of course, as well, a big name a couple of years ago, kind of dropped off since then. Known to be an AWPer. He's got a few clips on this map especially, but I don't know. Once again, these are all names we're all familiar with, but we haven't really seen too much of as of late, It's difficult to really, especially in the kind of Counter-Strike recast, it's difficult to really tell you anything about them in terms of LAN performances. I had a look at their LAN history, and that pretty much was the last noticeable thing they went to. They've been to a couple of E-League qualifiers and stuff like that. They went to Northern Arena, came like almost dead last. So not really much to report apart from some online average results.
Yeah, exactly that. And obviously we're talking about a team in Cloud9 that's much on form as of late, stepping up tremendously, had a decent run in 3 straight events, one of them being Northern Arena, and obviously it was a bit of a surprise they didn't win that. Heroic thought they were in position to be the star team of that event, and then they went overseas. They did fairly well in Star Ladder, made it into the quarterfinals in that event, semifinals I think, actually, excuse me, and then into the finals of DreamHack Bucharest, where VP ultimately did beat them, but it was a decent little run of events. 9th round to start things off. As always, it's part of the formality.
Yeah.
Thompson trying his best to make a 1v2 situation profitable, but it's going to be Cloud9 that does win it, so they'll get their side selection.
Cash, not really a big deal. It's what you prefer. Most teams will start on the CT side, though. And it looks like that's what...
Oh, they will give gun for Terrace side.
When you're a much stronger team, which I say Cloud are now, you can apply so much pressure on the T side there, especially if you're going for fast plays. So we know players like Automatic, Stewie are going to be doing the audacious plays. I think this map is definitely lends itself towards the pushing through the smokes and having plays you can rely on your big stars just to completely out-aim the opposition as well. So I don't mind that at all. I think it's fun. Like I said, it's whatever you prefer, really. And in this matchup, starting T side is not necessarily a bad thing at all. So what do NRG have to do to step up to this game? Let's have a think about it. Obviously, I thought like Cloud9, if they get rolling, if they win the T-Pistol, they're going to be just trying to crush the economy of the CTs. They're doing lots of fast plays here. Maybe a few fakes chucked in every now and then. But in terms of their approach, it'll be quite a default game, I think. Just trying to out-aim their opponents. I think across the board, I couldn't tell you a player on the NRG squad that can outskill anyone on paper from Cloud9. Maybe Tabson if he's having the game of his life. But like we said, that was Counterpit. He had an amazing tournament there. But that was quite a long time ago, and he was marking for them. So it's sometimes, believe it or not, easier to slot in sometimes when you're kind of in a mixed mentality, just turning up, getting the job done. But I'm interested to see what happens in this one. I do predict this going to be single figures, though. 16, maybe 16-7, 16-8, something like that. Depends on the pistol. You're absolutely right in that regard. Whoa, let's get into it, shall we?
We shall, Henry.
It's going to
Thank you for your... I don't know what I'm trying to say. Just the way you did that. Well, you could do it. It was like almost like Mr. Rogers. Like, wow, lovely day in the neighborhood. Skadoodle's going to be our utility player, by the way.
And it looks like an A-sided attack as well. The bomb actually going in with 3 players towards Squeaky Door. I like this approach. It means you can throw a smoke towards the highway, flashes in from main entrance, and we'll see what happens.
Watch Fugly's position, because 3 at the door. If they open this quickly, he's going to be caught in the open. Doesn't spot anything toward A main. He's got to be very careful not to get pincered in. Skadoodle. Oh, nice shot by Fugly, but he was always going to go down afterward. Lovely entrance as well as they follow up on the way through. And it's going to be automatic taking down Tabson to make this a 3 versus 2. Gobby trying to get back in the site early. No kits. They went for all armor on the CT side, and as a result, they've got to play aggressively in this retake potential because otherwise time is not going to be their friend. Good shot from Peter. That starts it off, but Shroud immediately trains that out as quick assassination. Gobby's deep inside of the site, but he's still going to find two. First one spotted toward A main. Knows that the other player, Shroud, was in the site directly, so he had to go over to the right. Goes to try and fight him off. Gobby tags him up, but Shroud smartly doesn't take the fight, doesn't take the duel, leaves them in with 2 men alive, and therefore time is now the enemy of Gobby, and the round's going to go to Cloud9. Oh, hang on. Picked up a kid on Catwalk.
Still got to find 2 kills as well. He's not the player you would expect to be finding the one taps with the USP, unfortunately for him. So it will be nothing to shut him down. That actually looked a little bit promising there at the start. NRG pushing into A main at the start. It was, like we said, Scudoodle, the utility player. He got taken down first. So that kind of thwarted the idea of having the smoke towards highway and the flashes coming in as well. But a good reaction. As soon as he died, he saw the door open, and it's automatic and Stewie doing some serious work there with the Glocks, finding all the entry kills required. It was a difficult retake for the CTs at that point. A couple of kills coming in, but ultimately quite a simple round for Cloud9. The 2v1, it didn't look like they were going to lose at any point there. And it goes into round number 2. A semi-forced buy from NRG, going to be getting the Desert Eagles, the 5-7s, and Peter opens things up. Deagle headshot towards nothing in the B storage area. So, something to work with here. Fugly, he's by himself towards A, but 5-7 in hand. Players around him. Can he find anything off of this?
Fugly's going to drop again. Caught out by the door once more. Shroud. Molotov's off toward the top of highway as well to try and hold Legia away. Smoke out, and Tabson's still able to find something through it with the Deagle. He's got a small gap, but he makes it work. Headshot potential towards Forklift. Successful, but Shroud immediately with the MP7 finds Legia at the top of highway. Tabson again trying to find an opening with that Deagle, but they're 3-on-3, locked out of the site. They have thankfully picked up a Galil onto Peter, but he's got no armor to work with. It does have a Molotov, though. And knowing that there's no one inside of A main, they clear Fork rather than Quad. And unfortunately, no one's there, but a second one picked up on the way through, and now they can use that to distill the terrorists. It's down to just Scudoodle. Has to fight forward on the pistol, can't do it. Tabson's got the kill, and they're going to immediately get the eco.
Well then, Tabson, we said he could be the star player NRG needs, and this round he steps up. 3 kills for him. It was Peter with the Desert Eagle towards B storage, taking on nothing, actually funneling the terrorist towards that A site. Comes down to quite a tight situation there. I think it was equal at one point, but Galil and the Desert Eagle providing the result that NRG required, but still, Cloud9 still presumably could force into this if they wanted to. I don't think the money really justifies it right now. They can get some Deagles here from PT50s, but that's a good bounce back from NRG. After getting pretty wrecked in the pistol, they managed to get things rolling in the second round. 1-1. There isn't a force from Cloud9. It's just going to be, some Desert Eagles, PT50s, a couple of flashbangs. Still, with these guys, that sometimes could be enough. Who knows?
Oh, yeah. Trying to get through the garage door to get tagged up by 1 bullet. Tries to take advantage of it, knowing he's got the better weaponry. Goes down to 87, where it's against pistols. Flashes out. He's not going to spot them getting toward the vent. Does see Shroud's shoulder a little bit late. Knows the vent's been busted out, and as that's called, Tabson down. But they want to go close. Good response from Tabson. Very quick reactions. 3rd kill from him. He'll drop Shroud. Fugly finds automatic bomb down in the middle position, and Stewie manages only 1 kill onto Tabson, but great positioning from him. He's able to take that and read that well.
Yeah, nice work from Tabson. Finds the 3 kills. He's starting to get in the zone now, it seems. He's actually on 7 kills and 2 deaths, so looking strong. Another buy comes in for Cloud9, though, and it's round number 4. We're going to see 4 AK-47s, a Galil, an array of utility as well as a replay for you from Tabson. Not the most impressive kills, but like you said, well positioned, didn't risk too much there, managed to stay alive as well. So, going to round number 4. Could be a difficult round here for NRG. They have got a Galil and an MP7 in the hands of God B. We'll see whether they bring anything aggressive to the table. Looks like a pretty default round for now. Peter does push in towards B storage, but Cloud9 not committing to anything, just sitting right back there. You can see nothing's in T-spawn. 2 guys in A main as well, so Automatic and Scudoodle just sitting back for any sort of aggression here, waiting for the initial smoke to dissipate from the CTs. Shroud's watching Squeaky Door as well, so no one giving anything away just yet. So there is going to be a boost. Stewie goes up. We said on paper, I would say every Cloud9 player outskills everyone on NRG, so maybe just working the duels in this sort of manner is optimal.
Everyone on Cloud9
I would say so.
All right, fair enough.
I'd say if you compared
After talking up Tabson.
Yeah, that's what I said. I did mention that before. If anyone was going to be Tabson on a really good day, he could go toe-to-toe with them.
Well, Stewie's already slipped up inside of middle, AK in hand. Oh, but look at the positioning. Legia reads it, knows he was there. Automatic's not such a position to try and trade that back as he's watching toward the vent instead. Molotov to flush that back, and now he can start to look inside the ramp position. Legia, head showing, does get a dink though on a repeak. He'll take automatic down. Good accuracy from him in mid. Locked away, Cloud9 has to try over toward B, and Peter gets in behind the box up close. This could actually be a huge problem for them. Nothing's not even going to check it. UMP, Peter not looking directly in the sight, but there they are, line up. Didn't kill the first.
What?
Thought he did. Nothing gets caught. He turns around, and Peter switched his opponent. Thought he'd absolutely kill secured.
So
it's
confused.
3 HP and 8 HP. He thought he was done. One more bullet, he had it. And potentially both of them as a result, because it was nothing that killed him before he could pick up the second. As a result, Bomb goes down 3 versus 3 on the retake. There is low HP for Skadoodle and nothing to try and hold this off. Tapsin locked outside of his smoke. Wants to be the first one to try and fight through his Fugly's going to deploy utility of flashbangs and Molotovs in the back of the site. Good shot on Skadoodle, low HP, but nothing. He's going to try and evade them. They spot it up, down to Shroud. Fugly will prevail. Peter's damage does pay off in the end, but my God, that got awkward.
Yeah, it really did. I was kind of wondering, what the hell's going on? Why is he not killing both of them? And he gets nothing from it. Like you said, he does a lot of damage, and the fact they win the round, regardless, it's fine.
Well, the one thing they do get out of it is it's a bomb plant that potentially may not have happened.
Yeah, true.
Because he would have gotten 2, and therefore it would have put them in a position next round where they won't have as much utility.
After that performance, that's probably the least of his worries. He's probably just happy to win the round. It's just like, don't worry about that one, guys. Just got unlucky. It's fine. So they will be eager regardless here, Cloud9. But 3-1, NRG doing a great job there. Legear, especially towards middle, that was pretty impressive. A player we don't get to see too much of in Europe now, obviously. But it was always pretty decent. We'll see whether we can keep that form up towards mid. Wasn't a full buy from Cloud9. We'll be waiting to see the AWP come in from Skadoodle at one point. Nice shot from Fugly there to open things up. Which is towards A main. I like this. They're assertive so far, the CTs. Actually hunting for frags here. Good job by PTR after the UMP fell, managing to find another AWP shot there. God B does find one kill in the form of automatic, but bomb should be planted there. But round should be going in favour of CTs.
Nothing's trying to find that angle with the P250. Catch one of them off before they get in the sight. He's the one without the weapon. It's Skadoodle that has the M4. And Skadoodle's position right now, back sight by the bomb, babysitting it. The Molotov's not going to reach him because it's not planted at default. Headshot here from nothing. It really changed the landscape because Skadoodle's picked up 2. 10 HP locked into the corner. Peter's going to hunt him down. Easy kill to pick up. It's all on nothing. P250, he's heard the one drop in from Vent. Cleverly tries to go in late, but he can't land the shots. And Fugly knocking him down will leave the round in the hands of NRG. That could have been huge if he'd found the headshot at Vent earlier.
If he got that one kill, the full defuse might have come in actually, but still, that could have been really interesting. The bomb was ticking away quite hard there, but still, NRG managed to negate the, not forced by, partial buy there from Cloud9. The bomb goes down though, so Money's starting to get in a real decent position now for the terrorists. Skadoodle almost certainly going to bring out the AWP here. We'll see whether it comes in. But it is 4-1. I didn't expect this to kick things off here for the multinational side. They are mostly European now, you're absolutely right. Definitely can't say they represent North America.
They have to play in the EU minor next week.
That's right, that's stunning. Okay.
Yep, because it goes by the core.
But Skadoodle, he has got the AWP now, and he'll be actually looking towards B storage. There has been a little bit of aggression there from the CTs. Peter's been pushing in. He's got the AWP there once more. And Stewie, now we have automatic there towards mid.
Nothing in Skadoodle. Trying to work together on this inside of the mid position. Stewie also trying to take the AK into a position that's more formidable, watching to make sure no one pushes up. Not a lot of boosting coming out yet from Cloud9.
No, this is fairly standard at the moment from the T side. Like, obviously, it's one of those maps where we say it's probably the most versatile in terms of the CT options available at the start of the round. So just waiting for the smokes to be used at the start there. Then they can still have lots of time available until the 1 minute mark here. We're boosting players up, start hunting for picks towards mid now, and the CTs won't have as much to work with. They still have 4 incendiaries, now 3. But smokes towards mid, it looks like automatic and Stewie. The crisscross smokes, as you would say.
That's definitely what you would say.
And they go in, and at that point it allows you to go in for B splits there. Considering they have 2 players in the B storage, I would almost guarantee that's what's going to be coming in as this first exchange. Unless Legear can find 2 kills, that's what will be happening.
Peter flashed off as he tries to get an aggressive position to spot them in Sunroom. Oh, the head was shown to the man throwing the nade behind the box. I'm not 100% sure who it was on the Cloud9 side, but unfortunately Peter does not prevail because there's too many other players in front. When he repeaks out, taking down Shroud. Wow. Excellent round from him overall. 3 kills, 2 very important ones in the mid-round towards the B site. And Cloud9 will get their second finally. We're going to get a pause called in. I think it's technical because I saw a few rounds ago Tabson talking about FPS. Legear is the one to call it.
Yeah, I think you're right in that regard. So there it is then. Cloud9 looking like they were setting up for an actual B split there. Didn't commit to it at all. They dropped the mid smokes there. Flashes go over as well. They send 4 players back to B storage, and it's working well as a unit. Quite a simple approach in terms of the final execution towards the bomb side there, but Shroud trading very effectively, going to that side first and landing the headshots required there, finding multiple frags, and one player holding towards mid to stop the rotation to vents. Pretty nice outcome for Cloud9. I'll have a look at the money as well for NRG. It's not great. Tapson's on 2,900. Definitely enough for a buy. He'd be on a pistol. The rest of his teammates can get. They could get double orbs if they really wanted to. 2 players at about $4,200. So, technical timeout here. And Cloud9 managed to keep, I think, all 5 players alive in the last round. So yeah, they're actually in a pretty decent spot. This is a tie round for either side, though. NRG loses, they're almost certainly going to be eco, but still with the lead for now, 4-2. The unpause comes in, didn't have to wait too long. We are using the rule set, Matt, just to confirm at home, that you get 2 pauses per half.
Yes, the 30-second timeout, which is the only reason I questioned you, because we know ESL has condoned that and brought it into New York, but where it wasn't used throughout the entirety of the regular season.
That's right.
I wasn't 100% sure if they'd implement it here. Yeah, and perhaps it's harder to enforce.
You can't really do it online.
And monitor online, exactly. Yeah. How do you do other than being in the team's active team speak? And
yeah, it's not logistically possible, really.
Yeah.
Well then, a nice little boost there. tabson's going up. I guess it's the right call to make, considering he's only got a UMP. He won't commit to this by pushing over. He'll wait till the end of the round, maybe just get a tell, footsteps, a rotation, something to work with, and he'll try and get a kill in the back there. Maybe stop the boost coming in from the T side as well. We'll see what he decides to do.
We're going to go. tabson smartly times it with the flash, but he only gets one. It's nothing immediately back into him. Head removed via the AK.
Yeah, it doesn't really work out too well with the CTs. They're considering the time remaining as well, and they don't really have much utility left. A 4-on-4 just spreads the CTs thin.
Peter with the AWP firmly fixed upon the doorway is going to slowly slide back down highway and watch middle instead. That may open up some space toward A main, especially with Shroud coming out that said door. Flash over to make sure Catwalk's covered off, smokes to cover top of the highway, and in goes Skadooey. Again, I say that. Stewie, automatic and nothing. It's going to be forever ingrained, but it is Fugly. Responds with the first kill. He used to be very good on this B site, or rather A site, with Nitro when he played on Liquid. So watch Fugly's positioning, but overall it's going to be traded out here. Like he is only able to get one before Stewie responds into him, and it's down to a 2 versus 2, and they want to get aggressive as well. Smoke out Stewie, boost it up. Peter spots him, but can't hit the shot. So Stewie only with 2 shots in return before he shuffles back, but that gives Goppy the positioning to cut him off. It's going to be Shroud. Great shot to cut out Peter as well as he gets aggressive.
Yeah.
That was well traded considering Goppy had all the information required.
Bit of flair there from Shroud. Looking good at the moment. Some big rounds from him at 2v1. He knew exactly where the CTs were. His teammates, after doing that little boost on the site, was quite cool, using the smoke to their advantage as well. They don't get the kill, but they get the information as to where Peter is. He turns around, nails a shot at A storage there, and manages to completely wreck Peter as he's coming into the side as well. I guess at that point, Peter's just assuming he'll be hiding up towards quad or something, but no, Shroud is being aggressive, takes it down, 4-3, and the eco, as we said before, will be coming in after that last round. It's going to be just PT50s and default pistols here for the CTs. Pretty much guaranteed round for Cloud9 to tie things up at 4-4. They'll be aware of the situation as well. They're obviously tracking their money like we are, and they'll just be holding back full default. Some basic smokes there. Maybe go for some mid-control at the start of the round. Use the Molotov towards events, which goes in now. And just try and flush one CT out first. Go for that first kill, and then they can commit to something.
So Stewie's starting to work back toward mid. Wallace smokes out. They're going to go toward the vents. It's nothing that's waiting for any further information, but Peter's inside of the site. Small pit, facing wall, waiting for flashes to come through. No Stewie's bypass, but immediately found. No utility to try and deter the vision or movement of Stewie, and as such, the AK prevails. Nothing follows up. Lagia down. Pretty straightforward. They just try and shuffle Peter out. Now, one thing this does do is if they're slow about doing it, thankfully, Fugly coming over top of Heaven was countered out immediately. It could have given them an opportunity. Good play in from tabson. But late as it were, 1 versus 5, he only picks up 2 and then immediately falls. So Cloud9 definitely have the momentum in their favor now. Money this time still in favor of NRG, though. I shouldn't say in favor, but they're with NRG and they can buy.
It's enough. It won't be good. I think I saw a couple of players around the 4K mark, and one of those is Peter as well. I'll see what he brings to the table here. He's actually got a FAMAS. So yeah, they haven't got head armor, not a big deal against the AKs, but in terms of no incendiaries, that does mean they're a little bit susceptible to mid-aggression. There looks like an A split coming in from Cloud9 pretty early on as well. 4 players committed to the A side of the map. No one holding B, so that suggests something quite fast coming in, actually. You can't really hang around when you have no vision towards B storage. You don't know what CTs are doing in terms of pushing at the initial start. As we go into this one. Flashes in from the CTs, won't be pushing in. Ugly waiting towards quad. Will be backed up by tabson as well. The execution comes in. Who's going to find this first frag?
Fugly again, the one inside the site we expect to step up, gets caught in the open. tabson will, with the help of Fugly's damage, burn Shroud down. Which gives Goppy a bit of a chance, spraying through smoke, spots one up, going on top of the forklift. Brings it back to a 3 versus 3. And Goppy wants to get closer, but he's got a flash ready. They've got 2, well, not 1, but 2 further on Lagia. 1-1 Peter close to the site. Lagia wants to get out from the doorway. He's going to have to use his flash early as he finds nothing down behind quad. It's going to be just Skadoodle that relies on covering his teammate automatic as he gets caught out. Too many players, too many angles, and Skadoodle with the smoke in front of him. This gets awkward. They're already on the defuse. 9 seconds. It's a full defuse. Skadoodle's going to have a bit of vision late. Takes down Lagia in the smoke. 4 seconds. That smoke's not going to dissolve in time. AWP would do it, but it's a full defuse, and Peter's prevailed.
Oh, I got tight, but I guess with low HP, Skadoodle couldn't really justify walking for the smoke. He thought, okay, I'll drop the Molotov on the bomb. That might buy me some time here, but wasn't quite deep enough there. Peter getting on the full defuse. 10 seconds, but the smoke down as well on the cover from his teammate. It looked like it was fine. I think Skadoodle knew he was out of that situation, decided to keep the AWP instead, which is probably the right call. And we go into 5-4. Still not really stabilising just yet. NRG, they need to win this round to get money in their favour. But we'll see what happens here as we go into round number 10. It will be the AWP once again for Skadoodle after he saved it in the previous. Going to be more of a default this time, not focusing on a bomb site at the start, which we did in the previous. I'll look towards that B storage area once again. I think Peter's back on the M4A4, not going aggressive this time, but he is in checkers, trying to listen out for some footsteps there.
So Tech9 Skadoodle going to boost. It does have the AWP, obviously. And Stewie's the one to go up. It's Legia that's actually been doing a reasonable job of holding them off from white box. They haven't been playing Z connector or an aggressive vent position on the CT side. Stewie's down again. Legia forced back slightly, but they can turtle up inside the site with a 3-2 split, and they'll know they have mid, so vent covered off with 2 players close to checker. This is actually reasonable positioning again from the CTs.
No, giving mid away, that's fine for now. Don't have the AWP to challenge Highway, though. That could be a problem. Cloud9 have got smoke towards City Sport as well to cross to the side, but good timing from Legia. Gets the kill. Shroud gets in return, though. A site is going to be the final place where the T's go, but Tapson fighting back. He finds 1 kill with the USP, but he's only got, what, 9 HP? So 18 HP, sorry, towards the forklifts.
And thankfully spotted again by Shroud to give the information to nothing, because he could have been caught walking up late from Highway. He'll watch toward truck. Peter's there, rather Gobby's there, excuse me. And it is going to be through the edge of the smoke. Nothing's going to find him as he peeks wide. Peter's at mid, M4 in hand, does have a kit and a nade, but going for this would be a large task considering it's a 1 versus 3.
Yeah.
Nothing's got the back of Zeke. Hall's covered off. Automatic at quad. They're going to let him bypass. I think actually Peter would have spotted not automatic and elected not to shoot.
Now, this is a full reset now after winning the previous round with not much manpower up. It's going to be Peter's trying to save the M4. I think they only get, what is it, yeah, 1400 next round. It's a harsh reset for them. Resets for them. And we'll see whether Peter can stay alive here. Sitting towards checkers. And he's pretty decent for Cloud9. They could justify hunting him here. They've got Skadoodle with the Molotov. He's probably not the person to go hunting towards checkers, though, I would imagine. Nothing going to be going towards events here. They won't be able to find him at this point. There's not enough time. So Peter will stay alive, but the problem is CTs can't really help him out too much in terms of the firepower surrounding him. There's been some default pistols, maybe a couple of P250s there. But nice round from Cloud9 overall, managing to get some mid-control at the start. Didn't have to use too many nades there. There's 1 smoke towards the connector as they boosted up. Didn't see any presence from the CTs at all. A-Split comes in, finding the frags, trading quite nicely, and coming out on top in terms of the manpower towards the final exchange there. Peter saves an M4. We'll see what his teammates did bring. They actually invested quite a lot into this. I guess they were going to be double eco regardless, right? So try and balance things out by investing into some body armor. A fast mid-play comes in. Stewie nails the first shot, though, taking down Tapson.
Certainly does, but he goes to 5 HP. It's got to be automatic this time to take down Legia. Manages it. So Cloud9 with economy in their favor. Able to push back the CTs more successfully at mid this time round without taking as much casualties, but damage is still significant. Good play from Stewie down mid. Finds Fugly at truck, not even aware or suspecting of the fact that Stewie might be in that position. As such, it's pretty much round over at this point. Stewie's going to walk back out toward mid. Gobby, he's low HP. Easy to take him down. It does leave a gun for the grabbing if they want to try and save that over, but Skadoodle's already staring down toward Highway as a result. Smoke will allow it, so AK's grabbed and they'll get out.
Ops to the M4.
He's going to throw it back.
So you're going to try and... There's an AK there as well.
Okay, I'm surprised he doesn't throw that to Peter and grab the AK.
Yeah, that's what I thought as well. He's probably on the AK every time as well as a CT. Anyway, gets the M4. I guess it's a safer option, wasn't it? Deep. Didn't have to commit as much. Peter now, he's only got the Deagle. Decent flashbang. Oh, nails a good headshot as well, but does get taken down straight away. Automatic with another crisp headshot there. His third of the round is going to be Goppy. Saving the M4. It's pretty found in middle. He'll be actually in the sunroom. Nothing's calling him out for being Pistol P. It's quite a good name. I like that.
Yeah, I do like that. I want that name. I'm going to switch it. Can you call me, if we can call you Hank G, can you call me Pistol Pete?
It doesn't make as much sense, your one, but yeah.
How about Maniac Matt?
That's quite good. Manic Matt?
Meg 7 Matt.
Mag 7 Matt. All right, we'll go with that one. Well, 6-5, like we said, it would be double eco regardless. So they were trying to invest a little bit in that previous round. Some body armor, some good pistols, hoping the M4 could do some damage there. Didn't really find much with it. So it's going to be Peter. He's given the saved M4 this time. It was Goppy that saved it, but I guess he feels more proficient with the CZ. He's happy to use it. Fugly looking like he flashed in towards A main. Tapson has got it in hand. Skadoodle will get flash, but his teammate was going to be there as well to shut it down if it does come in.
Flash comes in. Skadoodle tries to spray into the flash. Preemptive strike with the AWP. Automatic's the one to prevail, though. Fugly and Tabson over the shoulder of his teammate. Legia is going to go down. That catches out the doors. Stewie's opens it. Legia caught. Gabi last alive. B-site. Cloud9 electing to start on this terrorist side. Remember, they won the knife round. They wanted to start on the attack, and they're going to find themselves at least 7 rounds. Money as well is not too bad still.
Yeah, got beat. Body armor, CZ in hand. How much? You got 100 armor. I guess it's worth saving. You're not going to do anything with this one. There's no guns to find, so he'll just sit at the back of B and hope maybe a terrorist comes wandering to his crosshair, but there's no real need for the T's to go hunting at this point.
And here's a problem as well.
Yeah.
They're about to pick up 2400. No one with that 2400 is in a position to pick up an AWP unless Gabi finds kills. But at the same time, he's not really in a position to try and do so. He's waiting toward B. If he could, I would have gone toward try and find exits. You've only got a CZ. You're going to get a rifle next round regardless.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, he only needs body armor against the AKs, right? So if he saves the armor,
that's a good point
that's
too.
That's at least something. So it's better than nothing, right? Which if he just sits there trying to get exits, it's very unlikely he's going to be able to do anything with the CZ. Just getting the armor, I guess, is something.
I guess the point that I would have thought of, you're right, it saves him a little bit of utility.
Oh, here we go.
But at the same time, he could have gone with those kills, bought the op, thrown it over, and then had an M4 thrown back at him. Or at the very least, if he doesn't get kills, he's still going to be able to buy an M4 armor next round. I get the point.
Yeah.
And so as a result, they're actually going to save one more until they can get the op for Peter in the next round.
I think that's fine. They're going to just sell themselves short. They keep going in with just rifles, not enough utility, a couple of kits. I think they'll be more satisfied, even if they lose the game, thinking they lost it with the proper gun rounds, well, the game they want to be playing, instead of trying to force it in every single time. You know, it's going to be difficult. Well, here we go then. It's going to be PT50s. CZs, a Deagle, and some body armor. It's a partial buy. There is a chance you can still win these ones. It takes a little bit of luck, some good positioning, good teamwork, and God B, he could be the catalyst for this as he pushes in towards mid warehouse, undetected, but full commitment from the T's towards A.
Automatic takes down Legia. Tabson follows in his footsteps and
work.
into the grave as well. It's going to be Shroud, Skadoodle now. Everyone's stepping up. A kill apiece except for nothing. We need the team ace. We need nothing to find it. And he's not really the one on the hunt yet. Now he'll go toward Truck.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, right,
they're trying to sit back towards spawn.
They know he's got no weapon. It's not really worth going actively hunting for him. As long as you're together, you don't need to be like, running around the map and desperately trying to kill him, right? So we'll see what happens here. Lots of money available for sure, but it's just not really worth the risk at this stage. Like,
I want the team ace, Henry.
I know you do, but you know, like, they just want to make sure they guarantee they don't give him a weapon, right?
Well, he'll have an op next round. He would throw that away, surely.
They seem to know he's there. They're doing damage to him through the wall there.
Well, nothing's going to be the one to go in. He's the closest. He's not gone yet. He's got to go. Come on, nothing. Don't let me down. You let me down. No teammate. Oh, 1 HP. Shroud, why?
It was close.
Oh, so disappointed.
Well then, 4 in a row now for Cloud9, certainly coming to life in these gun rounds, but NRG, like we said, making sure they have a couple of gun rounds here to work with themselves. They get the AWP out once more. Peter's got a very good spawn. He's been going to B primarily the AWP. I'd like to see him go a bit aggressive here. Maybe towards A main, Squeaky Door, something different. Mix it up. Let's not just be static, and he's doing it, Matt. I like it. Let's go. He'll be towards, I think Squeaky Door, judging by his spawn. Go in there, look for the first kill. To shut down any default the T's had in mind here. Let's see if it works out for him.
Stewie, aggressive through those smokes, the flash to cover them off. Goes close for the Molotov. That leaves him vulnerable. Tabson doesn't like to peek with the flash back out. Tabson will! And Tabson's got 2. There's one above on the roof, but he's not yet spotted. Legia's going to take down nothing before the response. That is lovely stuff, and a bit careless from Cloud9. They get very aggressive, and one flash, well-timed, allows Tabson the refrag and re-entrance to mid. Shroud's going to go over toward B, missed shots. Well, Skadoodle will follow it up. He's got an AWP, but it's a 1 versus 5. Op grabbed, gun barrel shown. Needs to try and find Legia, and actually does. He can get a bomb plant down out of this, you know?
They need to be careful. They need to keep some manpower up here, but Skadoodle definitely has a chance to win this one, you know? One more orb shot, that could do it. I'll open the door of opportunity.
Scott elevates himself to try and catch anyone off toward heaven faster than when they arrive at the top of the stairwell, but Fugly's already got himself into the corner, so Skadoodle has to be careful on this. They'll go, inevitably, 3 versus 1, no reason not to. And you got to watch the smoke. Oh, missed shot to his right because Tabson was getting closer inside B main. If that smoke went down, he was a sitting duck, but it comes to the first shot first, and it will be NRG picking up number 6.
Nice work with that from Tabson. It was a bit of a strange approach from Cloud9, wasn't it? They get the mid control. It's very rare to be wasting your time with utility when you're that close to the sandbags. Normally, if you're going to be that together, you're going to just face it at the same time as get the refrag. I think that was a bit of a misplay there. Perfect flashback from Tabson, to be fair. Takes out the first player, and a nice snap to Stewie as well. Gets both headshots, and his teammates find a third. Got a bit awkward towards the end, but we're going to run number 15. They have got a double orb setup as well. The first time we've seen this on the CT side. It's definitely very viable on cash, but you need to be having a decent game, a few rounds in a row to actually make that a possibility. Yep. We go into round number 15. 8-6 so far for Cloud9. NRG, after what we discussed, doing a decent job here picking up a fight.
Ooh, good nade toward the vents. 14 HP left. On to nothing, I think, at the time. Oh, Tabson, though. That is an official 1G. That is a 1G. Type it in chat. We got one.
Got one.
Chad approves, because that's the real deal as he walked back in behind the bags. Down he goes. It brings it back to a 3 versus 3 as well. Despite the early start and that nade damage that was able to follow up and transfer in from bullet kills from NRG, Cloud9 now has the map control to work with. 2 men stuck inside the B site for NRG, but there's a minute and 12. Cloud9 does not need to commit.
They certainly don't. The bomb is towards Sunroom for now, and they have got some position towards middle as well. Stewie, at this point, he's going to be the salesman towards the A site. If he can just walk in and find a frag, potentially towards CD spawn, that's the only opportunity he's really got, and allow his teammates there to actually maybe walk into an unoccupied B side. But Peter, does spot one, but misses the shot once again. He's having trouble with that one. Spots ahead, but doesn't get anything for it. So Scudiddle does know he's there, though. It's up to Stewie now. With the time remaining, I was going to say, if these two could stay alive, Stewie's in such a great position to get kills in CD spawn. Does actually manage to nail as well. Takes down Fugly. Now it's back to where they go, and Stewie can set up in a decent position, wait for the rotations from the CTs. Or Shroud, he comes in. 2-on-2 begins. Ult available for Peter. Gobby, he's got the kit and a Zeus, of course. Bombs thrown in. Stewie will be the one to plant. Again, nice open plan here as well, but Peter's coming in for the flank. Oh, God.
Love the shot from Shroud there to start that off. That covers off the flank, which makes this a hard proposition for Gobby to try and get in toward the site and get the defuse. Not only that, they've now heard the shot ring out from the bottom of the highway position. He's advanced quickly, but he's made a lot of noise doing it. They should know he's directly in behind the forklift. And they're going to play this very passively and smartly to bait out time, bait out position. Stewie able to stand underneath. Gobby goes down at 9-6. Cloud9 electing to start on the attack has definitely put the best foot forward.
Yeah, they look pretty strong there. They actually, if you remember, though, they did win the pistol. They did win the pistol and then actually getting shut down in the force buy on the second round. NRG did a good job there, got 4 rounds in a row, and made this a much better scoreline than I thought it was going to be. Still a possibility to be single figures, but still, actually was quite impressed with their synergy on the CT half. Fell apart towards the end, but still good as I expected.
Their ability to find picks in middle was what impressed me. Tabson and Legia were very good together. That said, 9-6, same scoreline Cloud9 had in their first game, but this time they're the ones in the lead. We'll take a short break and be right back.